Do you struggle with getting a full shoulder turn in the backswing no matter what you've tried? You've done every swing drill. You've spent hours online watching video tips. You've gotten instruction where they say, let's get that left shoulder underneath the chin in the backswing. But no matter what you do, you still struggle with it. If that's you, the interesting thing is you might actually be doing everything correctly. There's just something that's limiting you from getting that full shoulder turn. And in this video, I'm going to run through why this is happening and 3 easy things you can do to make sure that you can get that full shoulder turn in your backswing. Before I explain anything, I want you to do a quick assessment with me at home. And if you're watching this video, you're most likely sitting down, and that's perfect because we're going to do this in a seated position. So all you have to do is place your feet fairly close together, and then I want you to place your hands right on this bone right in the middle of the chest. You can kind of feel it here. If you press, it kind of hurts a little bit. I want you to place your palms right on your chest, place your middle fingers right on that bone. And then from here, all I want you to do is keep your lower body as steady as possible. Do not move your legs, do not move your hips. And if you're right-handed, I want you to rotate over to the right. If you have a left-handed golfer, I want you to rotate to the left. Then from here, slowly rotate and just go until you naturally feel like you stop. And then for me, this is where I stop, and I'm going to look down, see where my fingers are, and draw this kind of imaginary line pointing forward. Basically, we're looking for around 45 degrees. So basically, if you're looking forward, we're using our legs as one axis. We're using the couch as one axis. Can we kind of split the difference here and go about halfway? If you feel super tight doing that, then we know one of the big problems for you for the backswing. It's that we're limited in our rotation. If you fly over to the wall and you're like Gumby, then stick around still, because a lot of these exercises and drills are going to be perfect to help maintain that mobility as you play a lot of golf. And just quickly, if you're new to this channel, my name is Joe Yoon. I served as Director of Performance at Baltusrol Golf Club. I used to be the Director of Fitness at Core Golf Academy, which was led by Sean Foley. And I've worked with thousands of juniors to touring pros to just super serious golfers who love the game of golf. And this is one of those things that I see as a big limiter in the golf swing over 15 years of experience. So here's something, if you understand it, it's going to change so much about how you understand your own golf swing in your own body. So when we did that assessment, if you were feeling just a little tight turning to the right, I want you to imagine exactly what's happening in the golf swing. So we're going into our backswing, we're starting to rotate, but it's getting tight, and our upper body is going to stop. And then from here, we're going to compensate. Maybe we rotate our hips too much to get a full shoulder turn. Or maybe from here, we have to just drag our arm as far as possible, and then our club looks something like this at the top. And imagine you still get there. I'm sure you've felt like you've gotten a full shoulder turn. And then from here, how hard is it to hit a ball from a position that you just naturally can't get to? It's very difficult. So in this video, for the next section, I'm gonna show you that assessment again. We're gonna go a little bit deeper, and then 3 things you can do to help get a much better shoulder turn for your backswing. All right, so let's get into the assessment. And we did a quick assessment at the beginning of this video, but I wanna go a little bit deeper here. So what we're gonna focus on is going through the assessment again, but really trying to find your true rotation. Because some of the tests out there, you start to bring in different variables and you kind of get some false results there. So I'm gonna explain to you exactly what I'm talking about. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to sit down, just like before, feet close together. If you don't have anything to put between the knees, totally fine, just like at the beginning of this video. But if you do, this is great because this is going to help stabilize your lower body. One of the big common things I see is when people are rotating, they'll start to compensate through the hips or the legs. And this is an assessment. I want to be as strict as possible. So from here, what you typically see is like a club over the shoulder or behind the back, and you rotate. But sometimes these shoulders can actually move a lot without your middle portion of your back moving or your spine. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a false positive, and I want to see your true rotation of this middle portion of the spines. So what I want you to do is take your middle fingers, place them together, and keep your hands just like this. place them right on your chest, and your middle finger will land right on your sternum bone, this bony part in the middle portion of the chest. And if someone's walking by, they might be like, what are you doing? And then you can just be like, I'm working on my golf game. You don't know anything. Anyways, place your hands right on the chest. And then from here, okay, first of all, if you are a little bit more, you got some more going on up here, you can place it a little bit lower. This is just a gauge for you to get a good visual as you rotate. So place your hands either here or here, and we're going to slowly rotate to the right if we're a right-handed golfer. And just go nice and slow and stop where you naturally just stop. I don't want you to force anything. And then from here, look down and look where your middle fingers are touching. That's basically where your sternum is, and that's where I want you to kind of look at this imaginary line pointing out. So for me, it would kind of look just like this, and I'm probably around 35 degrees. Basically, what we're trying to find is, can we split the difference here? So if my legs are pointing forward, and we are creating this basically triangle, this 90-degree angle with whatever we're sitting on, can we go halfway, about 45 degrees? If we can't get to 45 degrees effortlessly, then we got some work to do. But in the rest of this video, I'm going to give you 3 fixes that you can do that will help you rotate better and also help you create that bigger shoulder turn that you want. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's fix number 1, and we are going to do some soft tissue work. I'm going to use a foam roller to roll up and down my back, and this is going to be great to just work on loosening up some of those muscles of the back, and then also help mobilize, basically get some extra movement in our spine to help us rotate a little bit better. So what we're going to do is go ahead and lay down on the foam roller, and I like to place my hand behind my head just like this, and then pull my elbows close together. Helps us get in between the shoulder blades. And then from here, we're just going to use our legs to push ourselves up and down. And we're really working on the middle portion of the back where we need to get that rotation for our big shoulder turn. We can also turn to the side a little bit, turn to the other side. Basically, whatever feels good, whatever feels tight, let's go ahead and roll that out. Also, another thing I want you to do is some light arching over this foam roller. So if we're sitting a lot or we just don't move around that much during the day, our back can just get stiff naturally. And if we can help move that a little bit better, we'll actually rotate better too. So even though I'm arching over and I'm not rotating, this can actually help your rotation because it puts your spine in a much better position throughout the day. So let's just work through some arching here, kind of reversing a lot of the things that we do like sitting all day. That way we can get that middle portion of the back feeling good so it can help us rotate a little bit better. And now here's fix number 2, and we're going to start working on our mobility exercises and stretches to really help improve that range of motion for our rotation. So this one we're going to do is really working on that rotation. I'm going to give you 2 different variations. The first one is we're going to lay on our side. You don't need a foam roller for this, but I find that it does help. Gives you some good feedback. Bottom leg straight, just like this. Top leg up here, knee is about hip level. And if you have some pillows or a couple pads, make sure you put that right underneath your head so your neck isn't cranked down onto the floor. And then from here, hands out just like this. Don't let the foam roller move. Big breath in, rotate over to the other side. And I want you to really focus again. Don't let this roll over because that makes it super easy. Stay in a great position, breathe, and just let your upper body sink down. This should not feel too uncomfortable. You'll feel a little bit of tension, a little bit of a stretch, especially if you're on the tighter side, but it should not hurt. We can hold that position as a stretch, or we can come back and do some reps. So either 30 seconds to a minute for that hold, or let's do 10 reps. Once you get really good at that, I love to do this next variation because in golf, our arms are together, which is something that when I look at some exercises, I'm like, why aren't our arms together during this movement? So what I like to do for this is to actually keep both hands together from the start. So just like this, now we're going to rotate up. Again, trying to keep your lower body as steady as possible, keeping this foam roller from moving, and it's difficult. You'll probably notice that you cannot rotate as far, but this is really good to show and understand how much actual rotation you're getting from your middle portion of the back. The better you can do here, the closer you can get to pointing towards the ceiling, the better your golf swing and your backswing is going to be. And finally, here's fix number 3, and we are going to add a little bit of a stability and strength component to this rotation so you can stay nice and strong during your backswing. So we're going to get in a half kneeling position, one knee on the ground, one leg out in the front. For right-handed golfers, this right leg will be out in the front. And I have this band here. It's just a typical gym band, kind of a lighter to medium resistance. You can find these everywhere online. Place your hands out in front of you, grab the band, and then slowly, good posture, pull this band back and rotate your upper body to the right. Really squeeze the shoulder blades as you rotate and breathe. This is going to be really good to really lock into that rotation. When we do our soft tissue work, our stretching, it's going to help over time, but we really need what we like to call the glue to make everything stick, and that's adding some strength to that rotation. So if we can get really good and strong while we rotate, your backswing is going to be so much better, it's going to be more effortless, and you'll have so much control in that position. And if you do this for the next 30 days, you're going to be amazed at how much easier it is to get a full shoulder turn in the backswing. You'll finally be able to get that left shoulder under their chin. You'll get closer to parallel. You'll start to feel the coil in your upper body to get that powerful golf swing that you always wanted. So make sure you give all of these a try. And if you want to take this to the next level, I have a free golf resource to help with this rotation down in the description below. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you in the next one.